All right, so we kind of sort of got a new animal. It's another cat. There's Ranger, not Danger, and Darla's over here giving her other mother hugs. So yeah, this is our new toy. I mean, our new pet. Very expensive. This is called I Don't Need No Man, I Can Do It Myself / I didn't really want to pay somebody to come do this. So what we're doing is we're leveling this yard. A couple years ago we had a tree come out and it's kind of all sunk down, and we decided that it would be really smart to keep a lot of the mulch and do 2 to 3 inches of mulch over the backyard, which we did, and it was cool for a little bit. But you know, as it breaks down, it makes it not very even. And since I want to properly put the pool up, I got the bright idea of go get another pet and figure it out. Have you ever driven one of these before? Yes. Yesterday, when I drove it off the trailer. Yeah. Jen has the utmost confidence in me. Right, honey?
Yep, I do. It's gonna be great.
As long as the fence remains intact, we'll see what happens. I was worried about it getting cold overnight, so I dug it a little hole out so that it had a little spot to stay in. And there's Ranger, and here's Darla.
You can't see her face.
Somewhere's Darla. Now, if you take her head and you take his body, you've got Danger. Because they'll get you, you know? So, yeah, we're going to get started. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning now, and I can't get in trouble for the loud beepy noises.
Wish us luck.
Yay! Let the fun begin, y'all. I got you. Oh, that's a video. Hang on, I lied. Oh, yeah, girl, crank it. It's her first time driving it. She's a little nervous. Remember how I dug that hole? She just learned what it feels like to be on a higher end of ground. She's like, where do I drive it? I'm like, anywhere you want, honey. I didn't film her playing with the bucket, but here we go. She's driving it. I know that sun is not helping my video here, but you know what? It's what we got, okay? Around the Davis household, this is what you get. Look at her spinning it around, tearing up that grass, y'all. Look at her. Look at her go. She has no idea what to do, but she is like super duper excited right now. I thought she was afraid to drive it yesterday. Come to find out, she was just hangry. You can go out there if you want to. Don't hit the fence. Lord, please don't let her hit this fence. I was nervous as shit yesterday coming in between here. But I did it. There's enough space. Faith in my wife. Like I mentioned the other day, she's not a prissy woman. She just doesn't like to get dirty. Look at her driving that shit. Yeah! So we've got a mulch pile that I had them saved that I was supposed to move by hand to put around my gardens, but then fast forward a couple months and I got a back injury and I have been unable to move it by hand. So it's just been sitting there and grass has kind of grown up over it, which makes it like impossible to move. Look at her using the bucket. Look at her go. Yeah. And that reverse is why we didn't start too early in the morning, even though I was up early and I wanted to do it. Alright, that's enough of her playing in the video, so we'll see what she's doing and then we'll get to work and try and knock this stuff out. Should we see if she's going to hit the fence? She got it. My girl's good. See, got it all day. Clearance on both sides. That's what we're talking about around here. Yes. Okay, bye.
Alright, here she goes. I had my fun. I'm gonna let her take over. biggest thing we're worried about is hitting our fence. So I don't know what she talked in her video, but this is all the leftover mulch from the tree that we had taken down. So we're gonna put some of it right here for an extra parking spot to build that back up a little bit. And then use some of it to fill in some holes. Our neighbors are gonna hate us today. I'm so sorry, but we gotta have this thing back by 5. So we need to get to getting. She coming this way. She's scared she's gonna run me over. But I already told her I'm not gonna be anywhere near it. Because you can't see when you're backing up very well. Ooh, that's a big scoop. It's like a kid in a candy store, y'all. Ooh, good dump. Look at her. She's getting fancy with it. Alright, y'all. Wish us luck. We've got some work to do. We're going to spread that part out a little bit. And then we're coming back to here. So, big plans.
Alright, so here we are. I've kind of leveled the mulch pile. There's some big clumps of grass that I'm going to have to go get out by hand, I think. And I decided not to dick around with that for too long because I really needed to come and tackle the backyard. But like, it's not horrible. It's not horrible. I could have done worse. Again, that was the first time I've really used this thing. And so now we're back here in the yard. And I decided, so basically we had like 3 inches of mulch covering the entire yard. And some of it was broke down, and like whatever kind of grass shit this is, like it's thick and it's a pain in the ass. And so my initial plan didn't work, and I was like, okay, basically I just need to scoop up all the grass and the mulch and get down to bare soil. And so that's what I've done for the most part. And I started trying to figure out if I could level some. I hit a huge ass root over here. I mean, they're everywhere. Like, they're all up in the yard. There's one over there too. So like the lower spots was trying to get some roots out. Dug one up here. But this is where we're at. We're not done. Apparently it's time for me to eat because I haven't eaten today, and I'm like, I just want to drive this thing because like it's kind of fun. I'm definitely enjoying it. That's for certain. But Darla has also been begging to come outside, so she's out here sunbathing for a few minutes. Yeah. Let's see if we can get this somewhat level. Jen's like, oh my god, it looks so good. I'm like, it looks like shit. But, you know, that's what happens when you think you can do stuff yourself. Obviously, other than like that little patch over there, which I'm not done with. That's the only part like I've somewhat tried to level a little bit, but then I found the root and then I squirreled. I did learn that trying to do this with ADHD is probably not the best idea. On the bright side, when we went to pick this stuff up yesterday, I told Jen, I said, I need some soil for the garden beds. No, I don't. No, I don't. Like, I've got more than I know what to do with, so I'm really glad I saved that money. Yeah, that looks like crap. We got tired of moving stuff, and that's going to end up back over there anyways once we get the little thing. That's all pool shit, and that over there in that corner, that's pool shit too. So it's supposed to rain for like 5 days next week. Our backyard's gonna be a disaster, but you know what? It is what it is. Here we are. I'll let you know what it looks like, and if for some reason I don't finish this video, it's because I made it worse than it was to begin with. We shall see. Stay tuned. Okay, I don't know if you can hear me. I got a big pile of dirt. And like, it's not horrible, but you can tell I did it. That was kind of fun. Waiting for Jen to come out so we can drive this sucker out of here, get it cleaned up, and get it back to the store. Okay, bye. Alright, so I finished up a little while ago. We got the concrete blown off, the thing blown off, and then we had to rinse it all down, all the things. And then Jen goes, "Can I drive it up on the trailer?" And I'm like, I mean, I guess, like, if you want to, but it's kind of scary. But she did it. She did it like a champ. That's my wife right there. You know, I think I've realized a lot of my friends and people you see on TV, anytime their husband's like, "Oh, I want to do X, Y, and Z," the wife is like panicked and freaked out. Sometimes I think I would prefer that, because I've got one that's like, "Sure, you can do it." I think she has too much faith in me, but I'll show you what we did. So I got a huge pile of dirt back there, but there was a crater down there that we got to fill in anyways, and I've got plans for that dirt. So, like, is it perfect? No. Is it horrible? Also, no. Back there was my biggest concern, because that's where the pool's gonna go back. So, like, that's got to be the flattest, and for the most part it is. And then over here I wanted a little bit of a slope anyways, and we were gonna have it just because that's where the tree was, to like drain all the water away. We got the coop going up and all the things. I'm gonna fix that shed when I'm building the coop, because it's been entirely too long. I mean, that thing just looks angry. But yeah, this is where we're at. She's done. Using that thing was a lot of fun. You can kind of see it up. I'll show you what I was driving. I'll show you. It was a lot of fun. Biggest cat I've ever ridden on, not gonna lie. And I got the mulch pile that was there down. It's not perfect. I started with that. I really should have gone back over it, but I was done. But we got this big bad boy right here. You know, oh, there's my creepy neighbor. Don't let him see me. Anyways, so forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something. I hit nothing this entire time. I hit absolutely nothing, which is really, really impressive. Also, shout out to Lowe's. Like, I fucking hate Lowe's because they gave me some shit with my fence when I had them install it. It was one thing after the other. It was an absolutely miserable experience. But like, went to Home Depot yesterday because the Lowe's website wasn't working for their rentals. Went to Home Depot to try and rent a truck and one of their skid steers. You can't rent a truck and pull a piece of their equipment, and I'm like, what? That makes absolutely no sense. So then we just ended up going to Lowe's to see if they had something, and for them, you can do that. I'm like, well, that makes complete sense. Like, why would I not be able to rent one of your trucks and a trailer? So whatever, it ended up working out. And yeah, other than just a little bit of fine-tuning, we got this. I'll be able to get the chicken coop built, and I'll be able to get the pavers put out. I've got a friend that's gonna come help me out with some of that stuff, and yeah, we'll turn this backyard into something other than the mud pit that it's about to be. So yeah, go us! Woohoo! Alright, we're on the way home. We dropped off my heavy machinery, my little putty cat. I kind of wanted to keep it, I'm not gonna lie, but we got that turned in. Now, mind you, at Lowe's, they have the trailers like half an inch apart from each other, all with these big machines on it, right? So we go to return it, and this lady's like, "Did you put the equipment away?" And I'm like, here you go. No. This bitch expected me to try and back that big ass truck and trailer up in between all of their little shit.
Mind you, it was locked, so you couldn't even put it in there anyways, because they had to unlock everything so you could even get into the spot.
But,
no.
I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb. Like, that is way too much liability.
Nope.
Like, what? No. So, and then, You know, I filled up the truck at the gas station. Jen did the diesel on the skid steer, and they both clicked off. And I told Jen when this lady was walking around, I was like, she's gonna find something. She's like, did you say you filled this thing up? And I'm like, yeah, we did. She goes, well, it's not full. Somehow the skid steer was only 7/8 full. And I'm like, are you serious? And I was like, well, there's a gas station around the corner. I was like, but how much are y'all gonna charge? So I guess she had to get the manager guy, which is the one that helped us yesterday. And he had to sit there and think about it. And he goes, it'll probably be a 20. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, first of all, why are you just making up prices? Second of all,
it was literally like this much gas. Like not even that much.
It would have cost less than $5, but whatever. And I was like, okay, like, we'll just take it to the gas pump. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I was like, by the way, the previous person didn't clean that trailer, and it was disgusting. And so he's like, you know what? I'll work with you. And so we didn't have to pay anything. So that's the only good news. And we now have rental history at Lowe's, because initially they told us we couldn't rent it without that, but for some reason, homie let us do our thing.
He thought we knew what we were doing.
Yeah, Jen lied to him yesterday and said, yeah, she's driven them before. I don't think she's driven one quite this big. So then I had to carry on the lie. And I did. And now, you know what? I have 2 days experience.
He was so into our story, though. He was like, oh, you got it. No big deal.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yep. So
Right.
That's that. We're done. We're going home. And gonna chill. I think it's beer 30.
Yep.
I don't know.
And we don't have a wheelchair in the back of this car.
Bye.
See ya.